Good. Welcome to today's session. We are going to look at cash flow statement, and we are going to look at these Vic Limited. Thank you, Robinson. I've seen you've already shared something that is very good. Share part two, and then we proceed. Asante. That is very good. So the following information was extracted from the books of Vic Limited as at 30th September 2021 and 30th September 2022. Statement of financial position as at that date, we've been given there. You can see year 2022, then we have year 2021. Additional information. Profit after tax for the year ended 30 September 2022 was 84 million. There's a reason why I chose this question. There's a reason why. So need to be very keen here. Then we are told that our interest expenses for the year ended 30 September 2022 charged in the statement of profit or loss was 12 million. All the taxes and interest for the year ended 30 September 2022 were paid. Total tax for the year ended 30 September 2022 amounted to 48 million. Proposed dividend for the year ended 30 September amounted to 24 million. Land building were acquired during the year ended 30 September 2022 at a cost of what? 360,000. For those people who are joining, kindly get what Robinson have attached. That is the question we are looking at. Richard Muya is requesting to record. Richard Muya, you cannot record at this moment. You cannot record at this moment since I'm recording from this end. We shall share this video. During the year ended 30 September 2022, some motor vehicle which had a book value of 60 million were disposed of for 72 million. This is very nice. Motor vehicle are depreciated at a rate of 10% on a reducing balance basis. Good. Solution. We are required to come up with a cash flow statement in accordance with the requirement of what? These are International Accounting Standard 7. Good. Let's get the solution for this question. Solution. So we said how many columns should we have? Cost 2. Shillings are in thousand. Shillings are in thousand in this case. Shillings are in 1,000. So that's the first thing that before then we can have a heading. Let's just have a heading here. This is inaitwa Vic Limited. Kampuni ni ya Vic. Our statement of cash flow. Cash flow for the year ended. And this is you're preparing this as at the end of September. 30th September 2022. Then to scare the examiner, you are always advised to underline that heading in that order. Then you have your shillings in thousand. 2 column is okay. 2 column is okay when preparing the cash flow. And then we have the first activity. Kindly be reminding me the activities. The first activity is cash flow from operating day-to-day activities. Cash flow from operating activities. And Jackie, can somebody give Jackie the question? Cash flow from operating activity. We are using indirect method. Now I want somebody to tell me, when I'm using indirect method, what do I start with? Yeah. From option level. What do I start with? Let's be aggressive here. Let's be aggressive here. Profit before tax. Asante Hudson. Asante. These people are good. Profit before tax. I want to show you something here. From our statement, or from our additional information, or from all that question, do we have profit before tax? Do we have profit before tax? In this case, examiner gave us profit after tax. Now, what should we do? We start crying. We move out of the exam room. We start sweating, even in the forehead. What should we do now? And so we remove tax or we add. I like what people are telling me here. So profit after tax is what we have here. Profit after tax. Class, you just use what you have. You just use what you have. So what is the profit after tax? I like what you guys are telling me. And this question was a complex one. So what was a complex one? There is a reason why I chose this. It is 84,000. Thank you so much. 84,000. So don't cry. And then you go to where you have adjustment of what? Non-cash item. Adjustment of non-cash item. Non-cash item. And now, because in my case, I wanted this, and I have been given this, that means here there was res tax. For me to get this, there was a res tax here. This tax was subtracted. For me to get profit after tax, this 84,000, there was a tax here, and it was subtracted. To take it back to profit before tax, I adjust this by adding back what? Add tax expense. We call it tax expense. You see tax how? Because I need to add it. I need to add it. I'll check from my additional information, tax ilikuwa ngapi before now I get my what? Dial G. Dial GF. Dial GF. Good. It stands for depreciation. That is how you adjust that. Then impairment, kama iko. Then amortization, if any, kama kuna something to do with the intangible asset. Loss on disposal. Then we have gain on disposal in this case. Gain on disposal. And guys, you're the one to guide me here. You're the one to guide me here. And then we have finance cost. Remember, we say that finance cost is the same as the interest. So now from this case, class, I need to look at my tax expense. I need to look at my tax expense. So from that question, what is our tax? Have we been given? Additional information number 3. Look at additional information number 3. All taxes and interest for the year ended, that is September 2022, were paid. All of them. Total tax for the year ended 30 September 2022 amounted to 48,000. So I'm adjusting this. I'll be having 48,000. That is my tax. That is my tax. Now, if I look at this and this, I have taken back my PBT. Now I've converted this. This now profit after tax. Nikiongeza tax hapa, itakuwa back to its normality. Class, I would like to know whether we are together up to that point. I'd just like to know whether we are together up to this point. Because wakati mwingine, ukipewa profit after tax, inachanganya. Are we together today? Are we really together? Are we together? All right. Thank you so much. Now, class, we proceed. Now, we check those items that we can get easily, those items that don't require us to compute. Can you tell me whether we have depreciation in this case? Do we have depreciation? Do we have depreciation hapa? Kwanza tusimamie hapo, Tusimamie hapo. Impairment, hatukuwa na vitu ya kusema impairment, Loss on disposal, they dispose. Additional information number 6, wanatuambia kuhusu disposal, right? Then depreciation, of course, tutakuwa na adjustment. Philip ameingia sahi. Philip. Someone is attaching the question there. I know it will be easier when it is attached there. So let's look at the gain on disposal. During the year ended, that is September 2022, some motor vehicle which had a net book value of 60,000 were disposed at 72. Net book value was 60. 12,000. They disposed at 72. Plus, is there gain here or loss? Kuna gain ama loss? Okay. Kuna mtu anataka kuona kidogo. Gain ya ngapi? Gain ya ngapi? There is a gain, yes. Gain ya ngapi? 12,000. So if you want to get it direct, unapata 12,000. What happened to the gain in the income statement? What happened? Does it increase our profit or does it reduce gain? Huwa ina increase our profit, right? Kuna wenye wana join tu saa hii. Unajua kuitafuta hiyo swali itakuwa tedious, eh? Somebody will attach, Philip. Somebody will attach the question. So we're saying that in the income statement, it is added. And since we want to get the actual, asante, good. Robinson is doing a great job there. Asante. Now, that was gain, which was added. That means it increased our what? Our profit. True or false? Gain increased our profit. True or false? It is true. Now, since it increased our profit, and at the end of the day, we need to get the actual profit. So we deduct the gain. You deduct. Then let's check whether we had finance cost. Class, tuko na finance cost. Do we have finance cost? Kuna information inatuambia hapa vizuri. All taxes and interest for the year ended, that is September 2022, are paid. So finance cost naiona mahali na tumepewa still ni 12,000. Should I add or subtract? Nataka itoke kutoka kwako. I just want it. So Robinson, keep on checking those people who are joining to attach the question. It is easier that way. Inakuwa rahisi. Now, should I less the finance cost or add? Haya. You ask yourself, what happens to finance cost in the income statement? Does it increase the profit or does it reduce? If it reduces the profit, we are going to add it here. If it increases the profit, we are going to subtract. So for the finance cost class, I just put it there. Imagine so far, I have 4 correct entry and I have not struggled. See, just struggle. And this is the way I advise you to do during exam. Remember, time is limited. Time is limited. You need to check any item that you can access very fast. Any item that you can get even without a much struggle. From this point, class, allow me to move to the next part, which is getting the changes in what? Changes in working capital. Na hapa nitakaa silent, muni guide. Changes in working capital. So, under changes in working capital, I have several items that I need to identify. RIP. Yes, RIP. This is representing receivables. This is inventories. And this is payable, account payable, of course, payables. Now, in that case, I want somebody to tell me what I should record under receivable. What should I record? Just compute everything and tell me what to record, and then we compare. I just go to where I have current assets, and then I see my account receivable. What should I record there? I want it to come from that end, so that at the end of the day, you gain. At the end of the day, you do what? You gain. Can you tell me what should I record under account receivable? Ukiangalia my current asset, account receivable iko pale 2022, 2021. Haya, kuna watu wanapatia pale, Eunice and Philip, they are giving me also, we are having Elvis now giving me a negative. Okay, I like that. I like those people who are giving me their results. Let's see. remember what I told you. When you're dealing with the assets, when you're dealing with the assets, just take opening minus closing. Opening minus closing. Najua watu wengine hapo kuna vile wamesahau. Fedha anasema ni increase. Okay, let's see. I'm at a receivable. What is the value at the opening? What's the value at the opening? Hapa watu itawaramba sana. Opening is year 2021. So I'm looking at what I have in the year 2021, 108,000 minus closing is under 2022. Na ndio niliwaambia kwamba examiner will always mix those years. Hivyo venye ameweka pale ndivyo wataleta, kwa sababu watu watachukua ati hii yenye iko mwanzo ndio opening. Now let's check 144 minus 144,000. Give me now the result now. And the result that you get, you take it here. We had me, please. Have just joined. Somebody, Kirumbo, somebody is joining. Somebody is sharing the question. Somebody. You see, now this is a what? A negative 36,000. 36,000. Indicating a what? Outflow. Outflow. Kindly embrace the formula. Wale watu walimpatia 36K bila negative. Are we now together? Haya, na mwenye amenipatia inventory pale. Haya, inventory nimepewa. Now let's check the inventory. Inventory apply the same what? Did we finish on depreciation? Units mwaka, depreciation inahitaji computation. So unaiweka pending kwanza, hata kwa mtihani. Wachana na hizo vitu zenye zitakucost time mob kwanza. First of all, get what? Get hizi vitu simple. Now, let's go to inventory. Inventory, kuna mtu amenipatia 12,000. Haya, what is the opening inventory in the year 2021? We may agree that year 2021 is our opening year. Tena, inventory iko na 84 pale na 96. So it will be 84,000 minus 96,000. Still, this is giving me payable niliambiwa ni 144,000. I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. Payable 144. Kwani? Payable naambiwa ni 14,400 info. Hala? Payable already utafika huko. Mazie hidameni. Hala? Mupatia hii 12,000 which is a negative, right? This is an outflow as well. True or false? Remember lazima tufuatilie hiyo mpangilio. True or false? 12,000 negative? Is it the right answer? 12,000. And this is an outflow. So you bring your receivable your mwanzo. Ndio iko hapo juu. It's 6,000. Hii ni 12,000. So payable kuna mtu amenipatia. So for the payable, it's so the proceed of this account 62,400. 62,400 minus 48,000. 48,000. And somebody is giving me 400, which is an inflow. 14,400. Imagine all these are free marks. Please. Free marks. Then from that point, class, you can get the cash flow after changes in working capital. Unaiweka pale. And then our next point itakuwa gani? Less tax. Less tax. Tax ni ngapi tutaless? How much is our tax? Hii swali inakuwa mzuri as we proceed. What is the value of our tax? For those people who are joining, remember what we have said, that our blocks will start on 22nd of what? Of July. That is Monday next week. And charges itakuwa chini. Charges itakuwa chini. Mnataka tuwachaji how much? Block ya lunch hour. Hii tunaongelea ya lunch hour. Mnataka tuwachaji ngapi? Iko chini sana. Hudson asema for the remaining part of the semester tuwachaji ngapi sasa? Hiyo lunch hour, financial reporting, financial management, we shall look at company law as well. Mnataka tuwachaji 1,000. Watu wana suggest 1,000 for the remaining. Watu wa 500 jameni. Ala, 500 na uchumi inaingia kweli? Monday tutakuwa na Monday we usually have what? Financial management. Why are we subtracting? I have a question here, inbox. Inbox nimeona swali. Wacha kidogo tu. Why are we subtracting gain on disposal? How I wish a student from that end can answer that question. This is just a direct message. Somebody to just answer that question. Kuna mtu amesema 2000 ameambiwa wacha hizo. 2000 akasema wacha hizo. How many are willing to join, by the way? Yeah, it's money. Whatever that this gain on disposal, increased our profit. And therefore, since we want to get the actual cash, hapa tunaangalia actual cash. This was not the real cash. Your gain yenye wanasema was not the real cash, and we want at the end of the day to get actual cash. And therefore, when we get the actual cash, if we want to get the actual cash, this was added to this. So tunaitoa. Yeah, tunaitoa. I hope Essie, you are now okay. Na mkiulizwa mlipe per class. Every class. Mnaweza suggest mlipe ya ngapi? Hiyo lunch hour. Tunaongelea lunch hour saa hii. 100, 100. People are saying 100. Na 150. 150 ni mingi kweli? 150 ni mingi kweli? 150 ni mingi kweli? 150 iko mingi. 150 iko mingi. Fara iko na topic nyingi. Will charge tukituma. Oh. Wanatafuta ile yenye ukituma hiyo ni just free. Okay. It's all right. We shall discuss at the tail end of payable ni 14,400. Si ndio hiyo? Shaweka hapo esi. Payable I would wish you ukitext angalia mahali to everyone, so that inakuwa at least tunasaidia pia huyo mwingine. Finya mahali una chat with everyone Payable ni 14,400 class. Now at this given point we are raising tax. We want to raise tax. I was asking, what is our tax? Caroline anauliza kama revision ina apply kwa foundation level. We shall see. So this tax is we were told that tax were paid. Hiyo tutatoa. And now class, I want to remind you what we said regarding the tax. If you look at our kuna point nimeona tulikuwa na accruals Nimeona tulikuwa na accruals. How do we treat those accruals? If you look at our current liabilities, Class, we don't have tax pale, we don't have interest. So the interest and the tax, they were paid. All the taxes and interest for the year ended, that is September 2022, were paid. So all of them were paid. Even the interest hapa, interest paid in ngapi? Interest was the same. Finance cost 12,000. That was paid. That was paid. Let me adjust my camera a bit. That was paid. Class, I've seen accruals. How do we treat the accruals? Nimeona accruals mahali pale kwa current liability. Accruals, do we treat them as account payables? Same as payables. So hapa at least na another item ime-emerge hapa chini ya our payable, we have accruals. So what will be the value of accruals? You check 9,600, not 96, but 1,200 minus what? 24. 1,200 minus 2,400. Itakuwa negative 1,200. Negative 12? No, it's 1,000. No, 12,000. Negative 12,000. Additional information 3 says tax was 48 million. Say something about this. Higher. A very nice question from Philip. Kindly class. Kuna kitu nataka muelewe hapa. When we are talking about additional information, examiner will never give values in additional information. Zeros eliminated. Examiner will not eliminate zeros. Sawa. Examiner will give you the full figure, the full value. Like for example, what Philip is telling us, we have been given 48 million. But remember, we have already eliminated 30. That's why tumechapa 48,000. Philip, I hope you ndio ilikuwa inatatiza kidogo. I hope now you understand. In additional information, values are complete. They are complete. The figures are complete. Well, we have not rest or reduced the number of zeros. Philip. Now, class, I want us to move to the next part. Remember, the next thing will be, sharings here are in 1,000. That's why we reduce like that. Thank you. I was not able to see the board. Okay. Sawa. Where have we recorded the accruals? Accruals mwaka tumesema accrual letter hapa chini, you treat them like payable. It will be an outflow of 12,000. Now we have net cash flow from investing activities. Now class, hapa ndio mambo inakuaga. Hapa ndio operating kwanza, total, yani yenye utapeleka mwisho. Then we have cash flow from investing activities. So in this case, I told you that you need to check Hudson. Accrual unatumia tu hiyo njia. Unaona 12,000 minus 12,000. 4,000, si ndio? Unapata negative 12,000. Sawa. Unapata negative 12,000. Meshika? So hiyo ni unaifanya kama payable. So in this case, I told you that we use what? We use the non-current asset. So let's check our non-current asset and see what examiner is trying to tell us here. So the first non-current asset ni land and building. Land and building. Hapa iko maneno land and building. Land and building. And remember, this is an asset. So debit, credit. So assets have a debit or credit balance. Assets. Do they have a debit or credit balance? Asset. Asset. They have a debit what? Balance. When we say that they have a debit balance, we mean that the balance brought down is on the debit side, and the balance carried down would be on this side. Balance carried down. So can you give me the balance brought down for the land building? Balance yenye ilikuwa brought down from the previous year. Can you see it in the year 2021? In the year 2021, 240. How is that? And then carry down 540,000. Asante, asante, asante. And then you ask yourself, what can reduce land building? What can reduce land building? In this case, class, what is it combined? We know that land cannot depreciate, right? But building can. Sasa juu wali combine, tunaangalia tu vitu zenye zinaweza reduce any. Depreciation can reduce our building. The value of our building. Disposal can reduce the value of any. You can sell a piece of land. So those are things that anything that reduces these accounts is credited. Anything that reduces these accounts, evaluation loss, asante, you people, you good. Yeah. And then anything that increases these accounts is debited. So in our case, we need now to go to where information is talking about acquisition. Additional information number 5. Additional information number 5. They are telling us that land and building were acquired during the year ended, that is September 2022, at a cost of what? 360,000. These people acquired a piece of land. These people acquired a piece of land. So there was acquisition. 360,000. Any other information related to land and building, class? Any other information related to land and building? Any other information related to land and building? Just check from the question. In fact, hapa niko na acquisition. Hii tunasema ni 360,000. Hiyo nimemaliza. Any other information related to land and building? Any check? Additional information number 6 inaongea kuhusu motor vehicle, which had that book value. Motor vehicle, depreciation ya hiyo. I cannot see any other. And in this case, we can now balance this account and see whether it will balance. Hii account ita balance. Hebu nipatie. What shall we get here? So that the balancing figure tujue itakuwa nini? Balancing figure tujue itakuwa nini? Inakuwa? Unajua lazima unipatie. Mwalimu, is finance cost the same as interest paid? Yes. Finance cost, interest paid? Yes, the same. Sasa, simtupatie tu total. Total hapa ni ngapi? Ni gani mingi kati ya hizi? Hii na hii. Ni gani mingi? 600K huku ni 600,000. Hey, this is very good. What about huku? Brackets. This is 600,000 as well. So, sasa kuna balancing figure hapa, class. Kuna balancing figure hapo. Kuna balancing figure hapo. Balancing figure which is 60, and this balancing figure we can take it to depreciation. Depreciation of 60,000. Sasa tumeanza ku build up our depreciation hapa. Kwa sababu I also know that motor vehicle can depreciate. I also know that the other furniture and fitting can as well depreciate. Are we together, class? Are we together? So tumeanza ku build up. Already tuko na value kidogo ya depreciation. We move to the next item. Furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. Or we start with the motor vehicle. No, let's go to furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. Furniture. Ah, well, then, if so, why do we include it in the adjustment part instead of immediately after tax hapo chini? There is a question here from Kirumbo, and I need to connect with the previous one. Yeah. Night time yetu. I don't know what we should do with the time. Kirumbo alikuwa ameuliza swali, mwalimu, is the finance cost the same as interest paid? Okay, mwalimu, must I show those working during exam? Okay, it's not a must. Not a must you show. In fact, there is a way you can do it direct. Kuna vile unaweza tu ipata direct. I'm too invested. Maliza mwalimu. Okay, so it's not a must you show the workings. You can just have it direct. Only that I'm doing this for the sake of anyone who is what? Who wants to get the full concept. So we are looking at furniture and fitting brought down. It was furniture and fitting naona tuko na 168,000. 168,000. Then balance carry down hapa. Tuko na ngapi? Tuko na 96,000. Plus, do we have any information? Do we have any information telling us about the acquisition? This is a negative. Asante. Kindly tell me whether we have information talking about furniture and fitting. Do we have information? Oh, najua wengine wetu tunaenda kazi. So you just balance this account. This is 168,000. And whatever that you get as a balancing figure is depreciation of what? Kwa sababu hatujaambiwa there was disposal. Hatujaambiwa there was no disposal of this furniture. There was no revaluation loss of this money. Hatujaambiwa. Therefore, the balancing figure will possibility ni nini? Possibility ni that one. Possibility ni depreciation. So already depreciation yetu tuko na 60,000. 60,000 plus 72,000. Alafu tutaongeza hiyo ya motor vehicle. So that is it. That we are done. Inatusaidia kupata depreciation. Good. Now, the other item that we are remaining with, here, class. The other item that we are remaining with here is this motor vehicle. Still, this is an asset. It has a what? It has a debit balance. Now, what we do in order to get this, we look at what we've been given about motor vehicle here. Proceeds. Already, I can see additional information number 5. So, kuna proceed tulipata. Proceeds from sale of motor vehicle. Ni ngapi? Proceed from sale of motor vehicle. Tulipata nini? Proceed from sale of motor vehicle. Tulipata 72,000. We got 72,000. Now, class, I want you to do something. Can you come up with this account? Come up with this account and determine what? Determine the depreciation of a motor vehicle. Of course, this debit, this credit, this debit, this credit, and get the depreciation of motor vehicle. Remember, there was a disposal as well. So I want you to get depreciation. I want you to get depreciation. And I don't want to proceed from there. I can see it's already 202, 204. I don't want to proceed from there. What I have to tell you is that for our block, the lunch hour, for those who wish to join from next week, the charges will be Kenya shilling 600. I think that will be fair enough for the remaining time. Is that okay? Is that okay? That I think will be fair enough. Fair enough. So on Friday, not on Monday, start depositing. Start depositing. I know you have our pay bill. Pay bill. Pay bill is 62.42. Kwani nimesahau. 839. 839. Account number. Andika lunch hour blocks or revision. Lunch hour. You need a lunch hour. What about those who are for morning, whole week ama weekdays only? Weekdays, Monday to Friday, venye tutakuwa tuna alternate. You know, we have financial reporting, financial management, that's applied to those units. Which question were you doing? Which sitting? Okay, Samson. Those were morning, all units, per unit. That's per unit, per unit. This per unit. And we shall confirm those units which will be available. You know, sasa hiyo lunch hour ni moja na units zenye unafanya ni kadhaa under financial under intermediate, so inaweza kuwa tricky kufanya 2 units at the same time, you see, inakuwa difficult. So we shall see how to organize for this. Watu wa morning classes tutalipa tena. Hapana, kama uko class sasa, if you wish now to join this, sasa hiyo sasa itabidi at least unarusha mkono kidogo. Jackie, ukitaka kujoin sasa hiyo ya lunch hour, unajua those are now bonuses. You have a few classes lunch hour. Pia foundation level student wanauliza. We shall communicate. But so far zenye zimekuwa ni za intermediate level na advanced level, also foundation level wakati mwingine ziko, but we shall communicate the full information. We shall communicate. But for now, allow us to end our session at that point. Next time we meet, we shall be looking at the depreciation of motor vehicle, which we shall compare with what you'll get, and then we proceed from there. So if I look at my cash flow from investing activity, in fact, sijui kama kuna kitu ingine na goja hapo, 360,000 plus 70,000. Hiyo si, but we shall be looking at everything